Hi there. This is Alana Hill, keynote speaker, author of the Love is a Catalyst series, and consultant. You know, when I first started my career as a young engineer in South Texas, I had a lot of things against me. You see, not only did I not look like any of the people that I worked with, I didn't relate to them directly. They were all men, they were all Hispanic, and they all knew quite more about the oil field than I did. But that didn't stop me, because you see, this young engineer was already succeeding against the odds. I had already achieved an engineering degree despite the adversity that I faced getting to college and staying in college. I'll tell you some more about the rest of that later. But for right now, I just wanted to share with you my time in the oil field. As a young engineer, learning the ropes of a rough and tumble and quite rugged industry, learning the ins and the outs, the ups and the downs, and all of the ropes. And interestingly enough, the way the organization was set up, I had to learn while I led. That was really exciting, being the boss of people who already knew more than me. It was an interesting, humbling experience, and one that you may have experienced yourself, where you're in a situation where you have to learn from the same people that you're leading. I was thankful that I, at the same time, had mentors that helped set an example for how to do this. They set an example for how to ask questions and even prompted me in questions in some situations. But also, I learned to establish relationship, because the relationship really helped people open up and share things with me that they might not otherwise have. Now remember, this was before knowledge management had become a big practice. So in those days, the more you knew, the more you could advance. So people weren't as eager to share their knowledge and experience with the young snot-nosed engineer. But one of the favorite skills that I learned while I was in the oil field, not just leadership and not just the technical aptitude that I had to develop in fracking in South Texas, a word that no one knew what it meant 20 years ago when I was in the oil field, but now it's a household word. But it wasn't just those skills that fascinated me the most looking back. It was learning to drive an 18-wheeler. Yes, that's right. Little 5'3" me would get into an 18-wheeler into the cab and work my way through all of the gears. Now, this was exciting for me and would freak my mentor out as he was clutching with white knuckles all of the bars all around in the truck. But it didn't bother me. I just kept going and asking questions and trying to figure out how to double clutch, because that double clutch was a little tricky. I even remember one morning when I'm pretty sure I woke up an entire small town grinding gears. Yes, my trainer then said, you know, let's pull over. I think we've had enough for the day. But it was an exciting time, and a time where my eyes were wide open and I had the opportunity to learn so much while I was even in leadership. A really interesting lesson there is that we can and should figure out how to lead while we learn. I hope that this story is just exciting for you. It was a great trip down memory lane, and one that I just wanted to share with you. Stay tuned to more on my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in.